Friends, join me in giving extra tzedakah, extra limud Torah, Torah study, and more mitzvahs. When the Romans destroyed the Second Temple and murdered millions of Jews, including the greatest of the sages of the time, in the most barbaric ways, as recited in the prayers of Yom Kippur by the 10 martyrs, Rabbi Akiva and all his colleagues. Our sages tell us, Sarfei malo tzaku. The angels were screaming to God, Zu Torah v'zu schara. Is this the reward for the study of Torah? Answer Baskal Mishomayim, a heavenly voice responded, Im eshma koil acher, if I hear one further voice, I will return the universe to water. L'toyu voyu ashis adumayim. I will bring the world back to the state of the beginning of creation, of tohu uvohu, chaos. Now one asks, is this the answer? We're asking a legitimate question. Why all this suffering? Why all this barbaric actions, murderers to Rabbi Akiva today? And the response is, no complaints. If you complain, I'll destroy the whole world. So here is a beautiful thought shared by Rabbi Zushe Silberstein, who was a partisan, fought the Germans in the woods during the Second World War, where he saw death in front of his eyes on a daily basis, but never lost his faith in God. After the war, became one of the most important leaders of the Chabad movement in Eretz Yisrael. And Rabbi Zushe says the following: this powerful king, going to marry off his one single daughter, going to throw the greatest of parties, commissions a Jewish tailor to make for him the most exclusive garment from a piece of cloth which is interwoven with gold and silver and inlaid diamonds. Upon bringing the garment, and indeed a magnificent piece of art, those who were jealous of the Jew told the king, did he bring back the leftover of the material, or he stole it from you? King asks the tailor, can I please get the leftover? Sorry, there's no leftover. I used everything. Everything? Yes. You're a thief. Death penalty. Before going to execution, the tailor asks the king, can you please show me the garment and give me a pair of scissors? Upon the watchful eye of the king, the tailor slowly but surely undoes all the seams, all the threads, and lays out every single piece of that garment, and it turns out that indeed every square centimeter of that piece of garment fiber was used fully. To the astonishment of the king, the tailor says, you have back your garment, you have back your material, but there is no more garment. Says Rabbi Zushe, God is telling us, for you to understand what I'm doing, I have to bring you back to the state of beginning of creation, before there was a formed, limited world, when it was still a state of chaos, when everything was covered with water. On that level, you'll be able to understand, but then there won't be no world. But I think what's very relevant today is the Rambam tells us that in the time of Mashiach, the world will be filled with wisdom, like the water which fills the entire ocean. So please, God, bring it at that state, not before Tohu Vohu, but after the creation of the world, after everything we did. We're meriting now the coming of Mashiach, and then we will be able to understand it. But too much suffering, and let us understand today, as we just said, with and through the revelation of Mashiach.